What if I told you that every time you complain, you are unknowingly sculpting your reality, shaping the very fabric of your energy field, that each word of frustration, each sigh of dissatisfaction, is not just a fleeting expression of emotion, but a spell cast upon yourself, reinforcing the very circumstances you wish to escape? Ancient spiritual traditions have long warned us of the power of our words, but modern society has normalized complaining as a harmless venting mechanism. People complain about their jobs, their relationships, the weather, politics, even the most trivial inconveniences of daily life. But few ever ask, what is all of this really doing to me? Complaining is more than just a habit. It's an energy-draining ritual that distorts your vibrational frequency. It's like pouring ink into clear water, slowly clouding your field with negativity. And here's the most unsettling part. The more you do it, the more you attract the very things you despise. Ancient mystics, quantum physicists, and spiritual masters alike have hinted at this profound truth. Your energy field responds to the frequency of your thoughts and words. Negative speech patterns act like shackles, binding you to a lower vibrational state, while positive expressions elevate your consciousness and open doors to higher possibilities. But why does this happen? How does complaining really affect your energy? And most importantly, what can you do to reverse this cycle and reclaim your power? In this video, we will explore the hidden consequences of complaining from a spiritual and energetic perspective. We will delve into ancient wisdom and modern insights, breaking down the mechanics of how your words shape your reality. Then we'll explore actionable techniques to free yourself from the grip of negativity and align your energy with higher frequencies. By the end of this journey, you will understand why complaining is one of the most destructive habits for your spiritual well-being, and how you can transmute its effects to unlock a life of clarity, peace, and empowerment. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover may change the way you speak forever. Throughout history, sages, mystics, and philosophers have warned against the power of negative speech. In sacred texts, hidden manuscripts, and oral traditions passed down through generations, we find an undeniable truth. The words we speak shape not only our minds but the energy field surrounding us. In the Hindu tradition, the concept of Shabda, the power of sound and speech, was revered as a force that could either elevate or diminish one's spiritual vibration. The Vedas teach that words are not mere sounds but vibrational imprints that influence the fabric of reality. This is why mantras, sacred chants, and affirmations were given such importance. They attune the speaker to higher frequencies. Complaining, on the other hand, does the opposite. It reinforces disharmony and attracts more suffering. The ancient Egyptians also understood this principle. Their priests believed that every spoken word carried divine power, and careless speech was seen as an insult to Ma'at, the principle of cosmic balance and order. In Egyptian temples, words of negativity were believed to attract chaos isfet, disturbing not just the individual but the energetic flow of the environment. The Taoists of ancient China spoke of qi, the life force energy that flows through all things. They taught that negative speech disrupts the natural flow of qi within the body, leading to blockages, stagnation, and ultimately illness. Complaining was seen as an act of self-sabotage, weakening one's connection to the Tao, the universal harmony that governs all existence. In the biblical traditions we find a similar warning. The story of the Israelites wandering in the desert for 40 years is often interpreted as a direct consequence of their constant complaints and lack of faith. In the book of Proverbs there's a striking verse, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." Proverbs 18:21. This suggests that our words do not merely describe reality, they create it. The science behind the ancient wisdom. While ancient wisdom provides spiritual insight, modern science is beginning to catch up. Neuroscientists have discovered that complaining rewires the brain, strengthening neural pathways that make negativity a default state. This is known as Hebb's law, which states that neurons that fire together wire together. In other words, the more you complain, the more your brain becomes conditioned to seek out negativity, reinforcing an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. Furthermore, research in quantum physics suggests that our thoughts and words have a measurable impact on the energetic field around us. The work of Dr. Masaru Emoto, the Japanese scientist who studied the effects of words on water molecules, revealed something astonishing. When water was exposed to positive words, it formed beautiful, symmetrical crystalline structures. But when exposed to negative words, words of anger, frustration, and complaint, it created chaotic, fragmented patterns. Considering that the human body is made up of over 70% water, imagine what negative speech does to our cells and energy field. The alchemical perspective, turning lead into gold. In the mystical traditions of alchemy, transformation was the central theme. The idea was that through inner refinement, one could turn lead, the heavy, dense state of ignorance and negativity, into gold, the enlightened state of higher consciousness. The first step in this process was to control the prima materia, the raw substance of the mind, thoughts, words, and emotions. Complaining in the alchemical sense was seen as the residue of an unrefined soul, while conscious speech was the tool of a master transmuter. In essence, the wisdom of the ancients aligns with modern discoveries. Your words are not passive expressions but active forces shaping your energy field. Complaining is not merely a bad habit, it is a self-imposed spell that binds you to a lower frequency. But why does this happen? What is it about negative speech that weakens the energy field, and how does it affect your ability to manifest and attract positive experiences? The mechanics of how complaining drains your energy field. Imagine your energy field as an invisible aura surrounding you, a dynamic, living force that reflects your inner state. This field is not just an abstract concept, it is measurable, observable, and deeply connected to your thoughts, emotions, and words. Mystics and energy healers have long spoken of the aura, while modern Kirlian photography has captured evidence of energy fields fluctuating in response to human emotions. But what happens when complaining becomes a habit? 1. The vibrational effect of words. Every word carries a frequency. Positive words, words of gratitude, love, and empowerment, resonate at higher vibrations, creating coherence within your energy field. They strengthen your aura, making it more resilient to negativity and external influences. Complaints, however, operate at the opposite end of the spectrum. Words of frustration, blame, and dissatisfaction create discordant frequencies, disrupting the flow of your energy. Think of your energy field like a symphony. When every instrument is tuned, the result is harmony. But when even one instrument plays out of tune, it introduces dissonance that spreads across the entire composition. In the same way, habitual complaining introduces energetic noise that weakens your vibrational frequency. Over time, this misalignment affects your mental clarity, emotional stability, and even your physical health. 2. The cortisol effect. How complaining triggers a stress response. Beyond the spiritual implications, complaining has a direct biological impact. Each time you complain, your brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone responsible for the fight or flight response. In small doses, cortisol is necessary for survival. But when it is constantly triggered through chronic negativity and verbal complaints, it becomes destructive. Excess cortisol lowers immune function, making you more susceptible to illness, weakens cognitive function, leading to brain fog and impaired decision-making, increases anxiety and depression, trapping you in a cycle of negativity, accelerates aging by shortening telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. This means that complaining doesn't just drain your spiritual energy, it drains your life force on a physiological level. It places your body in a state of chronic stress, where it begins breaking down instead of regenerating. 3. The mirror effect. How complaining attracts more negativity. Here's where the cycle becomes even more insidious. Your energy field is not just a reflection of your state, it is also a magnet. It pulls in experiences that match its frequency. This is why people who frequently complain seem to attract more things to complain about. When you speak negativity into existence, your energy aligns with those lower vibrations, making you more susceptible to negative encounters, difficult situations, and toxic environments. The law of resonance states that frequencies of similar nature attract one another. This is different from the often misunderstood law of attraction, which implies that thoughts alone dictate reality. The law of resonance suggests something deeper. Your dominant energy signature determines what manifests in your life. Complaining signals to the universe that you are aligned with struggle, dissatisfaction, and limitation, so it brings you more of the same. 4. The contagion effect. How complaining spreads like a virus. Have you ever noticed how one person's negativity can change the entire mood of a room? This is because emotions and words carry energetic weight. When someone complains, they project their discordant energy outward, affecting the collective field. Studies in emotional contagion show that negative emotions spread faster than positive ones. This means that complaining doesn't just affect your personal energy, it infects those around you, lowering the vibrational field of entire social groups. This is why toxic workplaces and dysfunctional families often suffer from a culture of chronic complaining. Negativity becomes the unspoken language, reinforcing a shared energy of dissatisfaction and stagnation. But here's the most shocking part: even if you only listen to complaints without actively participating, you are still absorbing that energy. Your subconscious mind registers the frequency, subtly lowering your vibration and aligning you with the same field of negativity. At this point, you might be wondering, if complaining is so destructive, why do people do it? The truth is, there is a hidden psychological reward behind complaining, one that keeps people trapped in this cycle without realizing it. The hidden psychological trap of complaining. If complaining is so destructive, why do people do it? Why is it so easy, almost addictive, to vent frustrations, voice dissatisfaction, and dwell on what's wrong? The answer lies in a hidden psychological reward that keeps people locked in the habit, even when it's draining their energy field. 1. The dopamine trap, the illusion of relief. Complaining creates a temporary sense of release. When you vent your frustrations, the brain releases dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This is why people often feel a short-lived sense of satisfaction after airing grievances, but this reward is deceptive. The relief is fleeting, and the negativity remains lodged in the subconscious, reinforcing the very emotions the person was trying to escape. Complaining feels like taking action, but in reality it keeps you stuck in the same vibrational loop. Think of it like scratching an itch. It feels good for a moment, but the more you scratch, the worse the irritation becomes. 2. The ego's need for validation. Complaining also serves another hidden function. It validates the ego's narrative. The ego thrives on identity. It builds stories around who we are, what we deserve, and how the world treats us. When people complain, they reinforce a particular self-image, often one of victimhood, powerlessness, or superiority. For example, someone who constantly complains about their job is reinforcing the belief that they are trapped. Someone who complains about their partner is reinforcing the belief that they are unappreciated. Someone who complains about society is reinforcing the belief that the world is against them. In each case, the act of complaining provides egoic comfort, a way to affirm one's struggles without having to confront deeper solutions. It becomes easier to blame external circumstances than to shift internal alignment. The danger here is that the ego does not care about growth. It cares about being right. And if being right means keeping you in a low-frequency state, it will gladly do so. 3. The identity loop, becoming addicted to negativity. Over time, complaining shapes identity. The more you vocalize frustrations, the more your subconscious begins to identify with them. This is why some people become chronic complainers. They are no longer just complaining about isolated events, they have internalized complaining as part of who they are. The person who always complains about relationships, they may have unconsciously taken on the identity of someone who is always let down. The person who constantly complains about money, they may be reinforcing an identity of lack and struggle. The person who complains about other people's success, they may be secretly reaffirming the belief that they will never succeed themselves. This is where complaining becomes dangerous. It is no longer just an occasional venting session, it is a form of energetic self-programming, embedding low vibrational frequencies into your being. 4. Complaining as a magnet for energetic attachments. From an esoteric perspective, chronic complaining can attract and feed lower vibrational entities. Many spiritual traditions, from shamanism to Gnostic teachings, speak of unseen forces that feed off human negativity. In energy work, these are sometimes called thought forms, astral parasites, or lower vibrational entities, subtle energies that attach to people who dwell in perpetual negativity. These attachments do not possess consciousness in the way we understand, but they thrive on fear, anger, and dissatisfaction. The more someone complains, the more they resonate with these energies, making it difficult to break free. This is why chronic complainers often feel drained, stuck, and unable to shift their circumstances. Their energy field has become a feeding ground for dense vibrations. 5. The karmic feedback loop. How complaining creates reality. In mystical traditions, complaining is seen as a direct invitation for karmic repetition. When you complain about problems, you reinforce the energetic pattern that keeps them in place. When you verbalize suffering, you send a signal to the universe that suffering is your chosen frequency. When you make negativity the language of your reality, you lock yourself into a karmic cycle where similar situations repeat themselves over and over. This is why some people seem to always have something to complain about. They are unknowingly perpetuating their own energetic loops. But here's the truth: complaining is a choice. And just as complaining lowers your vibration, conscious speech and mindful awareness can elevate it. How to break free from the complaining cycle and reclaim your energy. Now that we understand how complaining lowers your energy field, weakens your aura, and traps you in a cycle of negativity, the question remains, how do you break free? Complaining is not just a habit, it is an energetic pattern. And like any pattern, it can be rewired, transmuted, and replaced with something far more powerful. The key is to shift from unconscious verbal negativity to conscious speech and energetic mastery. Here's how. 1. The energy audit method. Catch yourself in the act. The first step in breaking free from complaining is awareness. For the next 24 hours, pay close attention to every complaint that comes out of your mouth. Whether big or small, spoken or written, directed at yourself or others, observe it. Every time you catch yourself complaining, pause and ask, what am I really seeking? Validation, pity, a solution? Is this complaint shifting my reality or reinforcing the problem? What higher vibrational alternative could I choose instead? By becoming consciously aware of complaints, you weaken their automatic hold over you. Most people do not realize how much they complain until they start observing their own speech patterns. 2. Transmute complaints into conscious speech. Once you have awareness, the next step is reframing your words. Instead of venting negativity, practice conscious speech, which shifts your energy field instead of draining it. Examples of transmuting complaints. I hate my job. I am in the process of aligning with better opportunities. Nothing ever goes right for me. I am learning valuable lessons that will guide me forward. People always take advantage of me. I am setting clear boundaries and surrounding myself with respect. The words you speak direct your energy field. When you shift your language, you shift your vibration. 3. Practice the 10-second rule. Before speaking a complaint, pause for 10 seconds and ask, does this serve a higher purpose? Am I reinforcing the problem or moving toward a solution? Is this an energy I want to project into my reality? If the complaint does not lead to transformation or resolution, do not verbalize it. Let it dissolve before it takes root in your energy field. 4. Strengthen your energy field with gratitude practices. Gratitude is the antidote to complaining. It is one of the highest vibrational frequencies, directly counteracting the energetic distortions caused by negative speech. Daily practice. Each morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Whenever you catch yourself complaining, immediately replace it with gratitude. Speak gratitude aloud. Your voice carries energy, and verbalizing gratitude amplifies its effect. Over time, this rewires the brain away from negativity and toward abundance consciousness. 5. Shield your energy from the complaints of others. Even if you stop complaining, you may still be surrounded by negativity. Toxic conversations, workplace gossip, social media rants, these are all forms of energy pollution that can subtly weaken your vibration. How to protect your energy field. Limit exposure to chronic complainers. If possible, remove yourself from negative environments. Use visualization techniques. Imagine a shield of light around you, preventing low vibrational words from entering your energy field. All shift conversations. If someone starts complaining, gently steer the conversation towards solutions or positivity. By setting energetic boundaries, you prevent external negativity from infiltrating your field. 6. Use mantras and affirmations to rewire your speech. In ancient traditions, sacred words and mantras were used to purify speech and elevate vibration. You can use conscious affirmations to retrain your mind away from complaining. Powerful affirmations to replace complaints. I speak words that uplift my energy and my reality. I choose to focus on solutions rather than problems. My words are a force of creation and I use them wisely. Speak them daily. Let them become your new energetic language. 7. The silent fast technique. Reset your verbal energy. One of the fastest ways to break the complaining habit is through a verbal detox. For 24 hours, commit to complete silence. No complaints, no negative speech, no unnecessary words. Observe the urge to complain. Notice the energy shifts that occur. Feel the inner stillness that arises when words no longer drain your field. Many spiritual traditions, Buddhism, Sufism, Christian mysticism, have used periods of silence to refine consciousness. When you withdraw from speaking, you break old habits and create space for new vibrational patterns. Try this for a day. Then return to speech with a new awareness of its power. Complaining is not just a habit. It is a spell cast upon your own energy field. Every word you utter sends ripples through your vibrational state, attracting experiences that match your frequency. When you speak with awareness, you become a creator of reality instead of a prisoner of circumstance. The shift begins now. Will you continue to drain your energy through unconscious complaints? Or will you reclaim the power of your voice and use it to elevate, transform, and manifest a higher reality? Everything you have learned in this video points to one undeniable truth. Your words are energy, and energy shapes reality. Complaining is more than just a habit. It is a self-imposed spell that reinforces the very struggles you wish to escape. It lowers your vibration, weakens your energy field, and locks you into cycles of negativity. But the good news is that just as you can weaken your energy through unconscious speech, you can restore, strengthen, and elevate it through mindful words. From this moment on, you have a choice. You can allow unconscious complaining to drain your life force and keep you bound to limitation, or you can step into a higher level of awareness, one where every word you speak is a tool for transformation, empowerment, and spiritual elevation. Remember, your words create energetic blueprints for your future. Complaints reinforce problems, while conscious speech attracts solutions. Gratitude, awareness, and silence are powerful tools for reclaiming control over your vibration. What will you choose? If you are ready to step into a higher frequency, start now. Commit to 24 hours of conscious speech. Observe your words. Shift your language. Transmute negativity into empowerment. Then come back and share your experience in the comments. Did you notice a shift? Did the world around you respond differently? Your journey to energetic mastery begins with this single commitment. If you found this insight valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more revelations on esoteric wisdom, ancient teachings, and spiritual transformation. Until next time, speak with power and elevate your reality.